Western Australia, with Perth, the capital city, with around 2 million people and growing. Just like the population, so is our hospitality and food scene. We have some of the best produce coming from every region: the Kimberley, the Great Southern, Southern Forests, the Gascoyne. Our farmers are working so hard, so we end up with the very best, freshest produce on our plates at home and at our best restaurants. With that in mind, we're at Fraser's in Kings Park for a cook-off with 3 of WA's best chefs. They're all got a crate of WA produce and they're gonna make a masterpiece for us. What are we waiting for? Let's get cooking. Scott, you're one of WA's star chefs. You've been given a whole bunch of WA produce. What are you gonna cook for us in this challenge?
Today we're going to do a dish of butter poached lobster, a little warm salad of Gascoyne region vegetables, some grappa from down south.
Grappa.
Grappa.
We're gonna have shots?
Maybe after.
All right, well, I'm gonna
Not
go and
before.
get some shot glasses. You start cooking.
Perfect.
Good luck.
Thanks a lot. We're going to launch straight into this. What we're going to do is essentially just poach these lobsters. We're going to put them in for about 2 minutes. We're going to emulsify some butter. You can see that it's starting to look like a butter sauce. So we're going to pop these lobsters out now. Take the meat out of the shell. Another ingredient we're going to use today is this beautiful Western natural lake salt. This salt is amazing. A lot of chefs are jumping on this in all the restaurants over Perth at the moment. Okay, now we're just going to pop these lobster tails just into this butter. And it's almost got the consistency now of like a hollandaise sauce. So we're going to leave these lobsters just to poach for about 10 minutes now. And we're quickly going to make a little sauce for this. And this sauce is going to use the whole lobster. So we're going to use the shells, some onions, and then we're going to deglaze the pan with this beautiful grappa from down south. A little bit of olive oil. Okay, we're going to get these shells in here. So we're going to finish off our little sauce here. All the shells and the onions and thyme is cooked out nicely. And we're just going to flambe this with some grappa from down south. We're going to add another element to this dish today. So we're using another fantastic product from WA called lupin flake. We're just going to toast this in this beautiful olive oil from down south. So this is garlic-infused olive oil. But today we're just going to put a little bit in here. And this is just going to act like a little crumb on top of the dish. Okay, our sauce is nearly there now. Just going to strain this off. And we're going to put this back in the pan. We're just going to blanch these little zucchini flowers. We're just going to add blanched tomatoes from the Gascoyne region. And we're just going to sit that in that sauce, just let it go nice and warm. And we'll start plating. And we'll get our lobster on the plate. But they're just beautifully cooked in that butter. A little grappa sauce going over the top. And we're going to finish this just with the lupin crumbs. And there we have it. We have butter poached Geraldton lobster with a Gascoyne region vegetable salad and a little grappa sauce with some lupin crumbs on the top. Absolutely beautiful.
I want to introduce you to my friend and WA food ambassador, Mr. Don Hansen.
Thanks, Leo.
Mate, you're a legend. What are you doing for us?
I'm going to go cook some beautiful West Australian rock lobster in some WA salt and some Lindley Valley grilled pork. And this is food that I would do at home on a beautiful summer's day. Really simple, very flavoursome, and West Australian.
I'm looking forward to it. Good luck.
Thanks, mate. First of all, we're going to boil our lobster. A little bit of WA salt. Put these little beauties in. They're from up in Geraldton way. We'll sort of boil those for about 5 or 6 minutes. Now, while that's boiling, we'll get into the Lindley Valley pork. I'm just going to marinate these for a little while with some oil from Western Australia. This is a bit of chili oil. And I also love using peppercorns with pork. Salt. And some lovely sage. So with your barbecue on, you can use a grill or a flat plate. Now these apples come from down Manjimup way. A bit more of the beautiful Donnybrook chili oil. And I'll put the apples on. Can use pear, but I just love the combination of pork, apple and sage. Right, so the lobster are just about cooked, so we'll take them out, plunge them into some ice or some chilled water. Right, it's time to finish off this lobster dish with some beautiful West Australian Limeburners Carry Honey whiskey from down south. And this is perfect because it's slightly undercooked, so they'll finish off in the pan. Put them in there. A little bit of WA butter. Putting some of this beautiful Carry Honey whiskey in there. Then we need to flame that. And just a real touch of cream. Righto, this is ready to plate up now. Very simple. Chairman of the board, Theo.
Did you mention board?
Oh, I did.
The flavours and the smells that are coming over this side are phenomenal. That is beautiful.
Honey whiskey. Just a little bit of that over the top. I think you should try this bit. I've left the best bit for you, mate.
Outstanding, Don. Outstanding.
A little bit of bread in there, or if it wasn't on TV, I'd use my finger, but there you go. See, that's perfect.
That pork is sensational.
I'm just going to put those in there now, Theo.
Okay.
Cut that, thank you. Can you give that a squeeze over there? Put the apple on the bottom.
I love the burnt marks on the apple. Beautiful. All right, go.
Here we go.
I can't wait. The smell is outstanding.
There we have it. West Australian Lindley Valley pork, beautiful WA olive oil, peppercorns. Tastes all right? Maybe I should have a try.
Better than all right. That's amazing. Our third and final chef is Rhys. WA boy, been around the world. 6 months ago, you decided to come back.
Yep.
And you've got a home ground advantage here at Fraser.
Sure
This
do.
is your turf.
Yep.
What are you going to do for us?
So today I got this amazing Geraldton rock lobster. I got some amazing carrots from Gin Gin, beautiful fennel, and these amazing blood
haven't seen
oranges
those
from the
before.
southwest. They're just lovely. Look at the colour.
I know,
They're
it's
very
amazing.
sweet. They're going to just marry up with that lobster just wonderfully.
Well, I'll get out of your way.
Basically, I'm going to start by just pre-blanching the lobster. Whilst they're in, I'm actually going to blanch these wonderful carrots in the same water, so they'll take on the flavour of the lobster as well. So I'm actually going to do a really nice salad to put on top of the lobster once it's finished. Firstly, we're going to segment some blood orange, and we're going to use the juice as well. You can see the lovely juice coming out of that. So now we have this amazing fennel, and it's really lovely eaten raw, but you've got to make sure it's nice and thin. So just with a Japanese mandolin, I'm just going to shave a little bit of that. So I'm actually going to put that into icy water so it goes really nice and crispy. We're going to do some lovely shaved carrot. I'm actually going to peel a bit of the top of this as well. They're going to go into the water to get nice and crunchy with the fennel. So it's been about 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm now going to take the lobsters out. I've just got a lovely red colour now. I'm going to leave the carrots in there though, because I believe carrots, they just go really lovely and sweet when they're cooked through. So I'll just put a little bit of ice on top of those. And now we've got the lovely fennel fronds, which is going to go really well with this orange liqueur from the Great Southern and the olive oil infused with basil from Donnybrook region. My carrots are ready to come out, and I'm actually just going to put them into a bit of ice with the lobster as well. So the lobster's had some time to chill slightly. It doesn't need to be fully chilled because we're going to cook it straight away. One of the good ways to do the lobster is there's a little ridge on the head right there, and I'm just going to put the tip of my knife right onto that and go right down, and juicy. And then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to go all the way down the tail. Nice clean break there. I'm going to take a spoon and I'm just going to remove that meat from the shell there, and it's just coming out. So I'm just gonna cut it up to 2 or 3 pieces. And now I'm also gonna cut up my carrot. So now we're ready for cooking. I've got a preheated pan. Now I'm gonna add to a little bit of this wonderful olive oil that's infused with basil from the Donnybrook area. And I'm actually going to start with my carrot because I wanna get a nice caramelisation on this carrot. I also mentioned one great flavour to go with this dish is cumin, some cumin seeds. So I've just got some whole seeds there, give it a bit of structure and a bit of backbone. So now we're getting a little bit of a caramelisation on our carrots. I'm gonna start to add a little bit of butter. So now my carrots are getting really lovely roasted brown colour. My butter's foaming, it's getting a nutty flavour. The lobster's gonna go in. I've got this great orange liqueur from the Great Southern, so I'm gonna deglaze the pan with a bit of this. And hopefully we're gonna get a little flambe on this as well. There we go. So now I'm gonna start to add my fresh herbs. I've got fresh dill, I've got fennel tops, and I've got chives chopped. So now I'm going to start to make a little bit of a sauce in the pan. I'm going to put some more of this basil-infused olive oil from Donnybrook, and I'm going to use lovely juice from our blood oranges from Harvey. And the colour on that is just amazing. So now I'm ready to plate. I'm going to take some lovely bits of this juicy lobster meat, covered with herbs, beautiful roasted carrot flavour. It's okay to put a little bit on the side as well. So I'm going to take a little bit of that pan juice now, and I'm actually going to add that into my dressing for my salad. So now I've got that concentrated orange liqueur, lobster juice, and I'm just going to put that to the side of the bowl. I don't want to wilt all my lettuce. Then I'm going to arrange that on top of my lobster. And there we have it. WA rock lobster with blood orange, fennel, carrots, cumin, finished with orange liqueur. Great for this time of year.
Our chefs have been spoiled today by using some of WA's best produce, and with it they have created some amazing dishes that I've loved, every single one of them. But there can only be one winner, and that winner is Rhys. Congratulations, mate.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
There you go, enjoy.
Thank you, boys. Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure today cooking this wonderful produce. It makes it very easy to be a chef.